selling cars in Cyprus, the supermini class, but not so cheap as Nissan Note. A car that in this package will provide you enough pull in order for you to think that you are in a car in a bigger class. The style of a bigger class car, the fuel efficiency better than other cars, and the interior for every taste. So let's meet for today the Mazda Demio 4th generation, or Mazda 2, how they are calling in Europe, in XD version, that means the diesel one.
Hi guys, from the outside we are inside at the comfort of my home. Let's face it, Mazda Demio or Mazda 2 was never meant like a vehicle of choice of people who are moving their entire family, including their parents, for long trips or through the entire country. Despite this, through young owners regularly drive to sport games with teammates, do their weekly shops at malls, or lugs everyone luggage on a weekend away. In this case, you have this car, the Mazda Demio. And if to make a comparison with the older versions, this is the first generation, this is the second generation, this is the third generation, and if you see, all of them all look very Japanese, and they are all boring. And this one is the fourth generation, and you can agree that this one looks the best of all. It's kind of not boring and moving forward. With good looks, practicality and engaging driving characteristics mean this Mazda is a contender in the super mini class. To make it short, this is Mazda 2, Mazda Demio. This is the same as Mazda 3, but smaller sizes and more affordable, or at least it was when you bought one new. Basically copied the same philosophy as of the bigger brother Mazda 3, but less weight, only 1,130 kilograms. Some places you'll find 1027 kilograms. So basically you need to weigh the car to see which one is correct. The sizes is 4060 millimeters in the length, 1695 in the width, and 1500 millimeters in the height, but with the same handling as the Mazda 3. As I said, it's an XD version, and this is a diesel one. So basically you also make an economy on the fuel. Basically, more kilometers, more happy faces. The fourth generation of Mazda Demio is based on a variation of the Mazda CX-5 platform. Features greater length, wider front and rear tracks, decreased interior room, unfortunately, for the rear passengers, and as well decreased space for the legs and heads of the front passengers. What it makes to stand out for this fourth generation, if you make comparison with the older version, is the more aggressive look, and as well for this XT version, the red stripe on the grille in the front of the car. It makes the car even looks better. And as well, just to know, if the car have a red line on the grille in front, and as well a D letter in the SkyActive name, in this case the car is 100% diesel. I do like the rounded shapes of this fourth generation of Mazda Demio, and it's more aerodynamic. Of course, the previous generation was also aerodynamic, but this one finally have a soul. It looks more aggressive, and in the end it's making a statement. The car was imported from Japan a few years ago. As you see, the car has fog lights, LED lights, as well as stylish grille. Also, it has a proper keyless entry and start-stop button. It has the blind spot monitoring and the camera, where you can go without the camera. The wheels are top of the line, the 16-inch size wheels, and as you see, they are looking very stylish, and I would recommend you to go with these rims. In front, it has the disc air ventilated brakes. In the back, they are drum brakes, unfortunately. The direct competitors of this Mazda 2 are Volkswagen Polo, Ford Fiesta, Toyota Vitz or Yaris as you call it, Suzuki Swift, and Nissan Note, but this car will suffer less depreciation than its German brothers basically. This is the 1.5 SkyActive diesel engine provided by Mazda with 105 horsepower and 250 Nm/meter torque, and this car can pull, like, believe me, you're gonna feel it, like this car can pull like from the bigger brothers. You really feel it while driving, that the car is not staying on its place. As well, this Mazda uses an automatic 6-speed automatic gearbox, and the relation between the engine and the gearbox is smooth, very smooth. It's working perfectly. Other Demios in different packages are provided with 1.3 petrol engine, SkyActive engine on 92 horsepower, and as well 1.5 SkyActive engine petrol with 110 and 116 horsepower. And the sound of the engine, here it goes. Like the sound? I did. Most probably I just love how the diesel engine sound. Unfortunately, the microphone was doing a very good job, and he also captured the sound from the pedal when I was pressing it. But in reality, my ears were not hearing anything.
Got yourself something funky.
Welcome back. For you, it passed just a few seconds. For me, another day. And yes, I'm filming at late night while my baby girl is sleeping. Otherwise, it will be nearly impossible to do it. So I prepared my tea. I'll take my a very nice rooibos with orange tasty, and let's proceed to the interior review. The length is 1,805 millimeters, in the width is 1,445 millimeters, and in the height 1,210 millimeters. In front I do see it well, and as you see, I have plenty of space. Unfortunately, because I'm feeling too comfy, I'm eating from the space of the back passengers. They are from material and finished in a dark blue, I would say black color, that continue. This red stitching from the seats is continued from the front grille. You see, remember, there's a red line, and as well continue in all of the car, including the front panel, including the middle console. Everywhere it's possible you see like a red stitching with a touch of a little bit of leather. So the seats are holding me well. They are giving me the feel that they are holding me in their arms while I accelerate. The big plus: the driver's seat is adjustable. The driver's seat is spot on. You can adjust it wherever you want. As well, the front wheel, steering wheel, you can adjust it by the height and as well telescopically. Even if the interior of the Mazda 2 or the Mazda Demio is finished with the help of the hard plastic, as you can see here on the front panel, in the doors, everywhere it's more or less in the hard plastic. The overall fit and finish of the Mazda 2, with everything feeling solid and well screwed. Unfortunately, not the best part is for the rear passengers. Okay, but it's better than a Ford Fiesta. Rear passengers are quite tight of space, particularly behind the tall driver. As you all, I hope to remember, I'm 1 meter 85 centimeters, and as you see, my knee dig into the driver's seat behind my own driving positions. Additionally, my head touches the roof if I sit upright, so it's not exactly a lot of room in the rear. Adults will find the rear seats kind of tight, but you can fit 3 big adults with a squeeze inside for not so long journeys. Just take consideration, if it will be long journeys, they could sue you, especially if they are tall people. Front passengers have large door bins, and as well they have 2 middle-sized cup holders right in the middle of the middle console. The back seats, unfortunately, they don't have cup holders, and as well they don't have any door bins in the doors. most probably this will eat more space than it is right now. Initially the car didn't came even with an armrest, but the current owner installed one and voila, you have an armrest. I would say the Mazda Demio is doing its job properly if you pack lightly. Okay, in the back it will be a little bit squishy, but for not so long trips it will be okay. However, if you do the majority of commuting solo or with a passenger, the little Mazda is a great urban companion. Air conditioning vents are lovely, you are feeling like on a plane. Mazda did a great job on this. And look at them, really they look well, look better than it was on the previous Mazda Demios. Climate control is finished in a very nice way. Not the same as an entry level for the same Mazda. So, as usual, you have a glove box. Not so big, but enough for all your things. In the middle of the panel, you have a place where to put your phone, and as well you can charge it from 2 USB and as well a 12-volt socket. You have a CD receiver. In front of the driver, you have an active driver display where you can see the exact speed that you are driving on a road. Each cluster is made different in a sporty way, most probably for the people who love to drive fast, because in the middle you have big the revs in a small size where it will be shown how many kilometers you are driving. In the end, why you need to know how fast you are going if you have an active driving display in the front. In the end, the car has also included following in the package: cruise control, Bluetooth, to use multimedia that you can use with a joystick that is in the middle of the console, very easy to handle, lane departure warning, autonomous city braking, blind spot monitor, CD and 12 volts charger, including with 2 USB. Boot space with the back seats in place is 250 liters. This is very low, even compared with Toyota Yaris that is 286 liters. Really, she's I think the lowest in the class. Folding the rear seats, you'll have 852 liters of space. The entry into the boot space is smaller. There is a boot lip, it's kind of big. To load things or to take them out, it will be energy consuming. No flat surfaces, even when you fold the rear. You have split seats, 60:40 ratio, and you have it because of the package. In the starting package, you not have any split seats. What about the safety? For the safety, unfortunately, this model received only 4 stars out of 5. It's less 1 star than the previous model, probably because the previous models were not tested as these ones. Because here you have additional tests, including the safety. You have an airbag for driver, for the passengers, and as well side airbags for all passengers in the car. Also, you have 2 ISOFIX in the back for your children. Unfortunately, the doors are not opening for 90 degrees. I would say that they're opening for around 75, so it would be kind of an issue to fix or to put a child seat in the car. Mazda is known to make cars that are fun to drive, and I could say that this is the car that is fun to drive. This is still a super mini, but it feels like a bigger class, the Mazda 3 Sport. The brakes are aggressive, and this is nice. If you are pressing the brakes, the car is stopping. The chassis or the suspension is so well balanced, there's a lot of grip, and with a bigger torque from the diesel engine, in every corner the car could pull a big smile in your face, over and over. Hey, I'm driving a fast car, even though it is a super mini, the Mazda 2, the Mazda Demio. With this car, you're not afraid. You feel that you have everything in control. Okay, in control the car has, but it is transmitting to you the info. The steering wheel is in the middle. You feel the road, it is super responsive. Even it is an electronic power steering. The Mazda 2 uses Mazda SkyActive Drive 6-speed automatic. It is smooth, responsive at acceleration. I cannot feel a big lag enough like other cars. It is very similar tuned as a sport car. Remember I was saying about the big brother Mazda 3? Well, here you are, Mazda 3 Sport, but in a smaller body. It is more quiet than the previous model, and you can feel it. Even with the diesel engine, I can hardly hear the engine. But of course, you can add additional insulation for your wheel arch. It's a good idea all the time for all the cars. Fuel consumption is top of the class, around 83 miles per gallon official figures. But one of my colleagues is returning around 4.5 liters of diesel, so around 50 miles per gallon in the city. And this is a wonderful amount, economy at the top to the head. But just in case, remember that you have a fuel tank of 44 liters of the diesel available. So basically one fuel tank, it will be enough for a long road. This car is right at the top of the super mini class. Very well handling, it is balanced. You know where you are going and you can predict how car will react in a corner. Sometimes even you can hear the wheels making noise, but the car is still driving. Acceleration is around 9.5 seconds in 100 kilometers. Not so fast, I will say, but remember, this is a diesel. There are some petrol cars that are not driving so fast. And the cars sound nice. At least for me it is. Hopefully you enjoyed this format of the video, and the Victorioso score of this car is... To find out why is this, please proceed to the link attached to the video in the Google Drive, where you can find the specific description of each point and mark received for each category. Thank you for being with me, and I'll meet you in the next video.